Hey guys, welcome back. How are you? I hope you are good and doing well. In the last lecture, I assigned you two tasks regarding the project for this new playlist. Okay, and the tasks are like first we need to fix this typo and this on-site jobs typo, and then we need to add some attribute in the job model to store the statuses. Okay, so here you can see that when you come to the project repository, you need to come to the issues tab, and you can see that these two issues are here for last lecture. Okay, so these are the two issues you need to work on. Okay, so what you should approach or how you should approach towards the task assigned to you. First you need to go through the task. Okay, so let's start with this task, and first you come here, and then first what you should do, that read the title of the task very carefully. And what is the title here? That fix on-site typo across the application. And then check if there is any description regarding the task, or is there any additional details regarding the task. Okay, because it is sometimes it is hard to understand the task along with the title only. Okay, you need some details along with the task title, or you need some additional description, so that you make some clear intention or clear approach towards fixing that task. Okay, so the description here is, on the front end I have on-site title which is incorrect, so please replace the on-site with correct spelling as on-site across the application. Okay, so this is the details, and here let's come to the project now. So you can see that we are seeing the on site, which is wrong in spelling of on site. It should be onsite. So now we need to fix that. But one more thing before starting fixing that. So what you need to do, that whenever you get some task, make sure that you will create that particular work within a separate git branch. Okay, and then you, once your task approved, or once your task is ready to move, then you can merge that feature branch into your main branch. Okay, so what we will do here, that first we will create a feature branch for this issue. Okay, so let's come here to the terminal. Okay, and add a new tab. Right now let's see if we have any changes that we need to push. So git status. Okay, so right now we do not have any changes that need to be pushed on main. Okay, and right now our current branch is git branch main. Okay, so you will see that if you have multiple branches, then your current branch will be represented by this in the green text and the star at the rest or star mark. Okay, now we need to create a branch for it. So git checkout minus b feature, and then fix on-site typo. Okay, typo. So this will be our new branch, and we need to do all the work for this branch into for fixing this typo into this branch. Okay, and then later we will merge this branch into the main branch. Okay, so now if you come to the browser again where our application is running, so now let's start fixing this typo. So you need to first refresh the page. Okay, and here you can see that it is showing on-site jobs. So what we need to do, that first we need to check that where this page is coming from, or where this data is coming from. Okay, so the first basic thing that you need to do, that make some space into the terminal. Okay, and then refresh your page, and then go to the logs, just to check that on which page you are seeing that data. So this is the route started get slash, that means it is the root page of the application. Okay, and it is processed by the home controllers index action. Okay, and it is rendering home controllers index.html.erb. Okay, so this is our file that where we need to make some changes. Okay, so let's come here, and you can see that it is the index.html.drb of home directory. Okay, so here you can see that this is the on site. So what we need to do here, we need to make it on site. Okay, save it, and you can see. Okay, right now just save it and go to the browser, and if you refresh, you will see that what we are doing, that it is on site. So the typo at the first place has been fixed. Now what we need to do, we need to click on it. Okay, but when we click on it, you will see that what we are showing, that it is showing onsigst. Okay, that means we are passing the wrong parameter name. Okay, it should be corrected typo, which is onsite. Okay, so let's come here and you can see that this is the path that we are providing, jobs path, that means the job controller index section. And here what we are doing, ONSIGST, so we need to correct it here as well, ONSITE. Okay, so now let's just save this and go to the root page of the application. Okay, and if you click on the on-site jobs now, you will see some error. Why? Because here you can see what we are doing, jobs slash type equal to ONSITE. Okay, but what we are expecting here into the jobs controller index section, so you need to come to the jobs controller, and here you can see what we are doing, job dot include send params type jobs, that means ONSITE jobs here. Okay, but it is not the correct. Okay, or here if you wish you can add some debugger as well. Let's say add the debugger, add debugger here and refresh your page now. When you refresh the page, let's go to debug it. Okay, so what we can do here, let's say params. So what params we are getting? We are getting params type as on-site. Okay. So what it is sending, jobs dot includes company dot ONSITE underscore jobs. Okay, so it is calling a scope which is on-site jobs. Okay, so now let's come to the job model. So this is the job model, and here you can see ONSIGST. So this is the wrong typo. So now what we need to do, we need to make it here on-site jobs as well. So if we save this, okay, and reload the page. Okay, first of all exit this debugger. Okay, now you can see we are getting the correct data, which is jobs type on site. Okay, now we fixed it at two places. What we did, that here you can see. Okay, so first we need to fix the at the root page as well. So let's come to the root page and index.html. Here you can see ONSIGST, so ONSIT. Okay, now save this and refresh your page. So you will see that we fixed it at two places. Like if we do this on-site jobs, sorry, it's the debugger here. Exit this debugger. It is on-site jobs. So it is params is also fixed as corrected typo, and at the root page it is also showing as on-site. Okay, and here we already have on-site, but still there is one problem. The problem is here you can see that let me show you in the job model. When we are writing scope to fetch all the on-site job, what we are doing, job location on-site. Okay, which is not correct. Okay, so what it should be, job location as on-site. Okay, now if we go to the browser and try to access this, first remove this debugger. Now if we go to the browser and click on this on-site jobs, you will see, exam space, sorry, you will see that, sorry, no on-site jobs at the moment. Why no on-site jobs at the moment? Because we have some existing records which are referring the job type as ONSIGST, not as ONSITE. Okay, so that need to be fixed. Now if you come to the index page, you will see zero jobs, but we have 498 jobs with the wrong typo, which is on site. So what we need to do now, that we need to write a script just like that. For example, here what we can do, job dot where job type, sorry, job location is on site dot count. Okay, so now just copy this query and go to the rails console. Here in the next tab you can run the rails console. Okay, and here what you need to do, so you can see that we have 498 jobs, so we need to fix this typo for the existing records as well. So what we can do, that each do, and then job, and here job dot update job location as on site. Okay, now if you copy this and paste it into the Rails console and execute this query, okay, so you will see that this is performing. So now let's execute this query again, just to verify that do we have these kind of records. Okay, so now we have 158, 153. So there will be some records which get rollback and some are not saved. So what we need to do here, let's run a single line query. Uh, Sorry, yes, dot update all. And here what we can do, job location as on site. Okay, so it has updated for all. However, if you wish, you can do this for all the records at once rather than writing such a script. Okay, both will work. Okay, so it's just the preference that how you're going to do that. However, this is approach is much faster, so you can prefer this single line of query. Okay, now if you go to the browser and reload the page, you will again see 498 jobs with on-site category. So if you come to the URL now, so you can see job question mark type equal to on-site, and you can see these 498 on-site jobs. Okay, and everything is fine with the remote job, so we don't have to do anything there. Okay, so here you can see on-site jobs. Also, there is one more place which is remaining. If you go to the seed file, okay, if you go to the seed files, what you can see that in while creating the job, I added this job as on site, so you need to make it on site as well. Okay, so that way we fixed this error. So now everywhere in the application we just have ONSITE, not the ONSIGST. And now just to verify that what whether we have the on site or not in the application, you can search across the application. Okay, so here you can see we still have one link which is referring the on-site. Okay, so just go to that header link. For example, let's click on this, so you can see in the browser that we are getting on-site. Okay, so we need to fix it here as well. Okay, so just go to the shared directory, and you can also find this where the shared directories or where this partial is coming from. For example, if you reload this, okay, so here you can see that it is rendering shared underscore header dot html dot erb. Okay, so go to that shared. In the header here you can see we are using onsigst. So now on site. Okay, save it and refresh the browser, and now click on this on-site jobs. You will see the correct typo. Now let's search across the application where we have on-site or not. Okay, so you can see that 180 files, zero matches. That means across the application we do not have the word on sigst. At all the places we just have onsite. That means this issue has been fixed. Okay, so that is the usual way to fixing towards any issue which is assigned to you. Okay, so what you need to do, first try to get that the place where you need to fix the issue, where this is coming from. Okay, and then search. If you fix the at one place, then search across all the application or traverse all the application that is it causing issue at somewhere else or not, or everything is fine. Okay, so the best way is to write specs, write some R specs for that, some feature specs for that, or capability specs. Okay, but that part we will come later in this series. Okay, but for now, if you do not have specs, how you should fix it? So that will be the best approach. Okay, so you need to do that. Now, the next thing that we fix the issue. So what we need to do now? That just reload, exit from the console, clear it, and check the Git branch. So we made all our changes into the new branch. Okay, so now what we need to do, that we need to make the commit. So git status first. So you can see that we changed 4 files here. Okay, and now what we need to do, that git k, just to see that whether this is showing those changes or not. So what it is showing, so here you can see in the job model you made this change. Okay, and before committing or pushing anything on the git, you first need to go through the git logs or the git kui to just check that what you made which is required or not, or did you make any unnecessary changes or unintentionally wrong changes in the app or not. Okay, so just to make sure that before committing anything or before pushing anything, just try to see that changes. Okay, so here you can see we made changes in the job.rb, so this is fine. We make changes into the home index.html, so this is fine, we needed that. Okay, and we made the changes into the shared directory, so this is fine also, and this is fine in the seeds.rb as well. Now we verified our changes. Okay, so what we can do as the next step, we can add all the files. Okay, so since I need to add all these files on the git, okay, so that's why I'm using git add dot. It will add all the files for pushing or for committing on for the git. Okay, so now if you check git status again, you will see that all these files will be marked as green. Okay, now what you need to do, you need to prepare a commit for it. So git commit minus m, and then fixed on-site typo across application. Okay, so now you can push your changes towards the git. Okay, so this is the feature one that we worked on. Now in the next lecture we will work on the feature 2 or issue 2, that is that how we can, this is the part, so we need to work on that issue. Let's reload the page, this is taking too longer. Okay, so this is the issue that we need to work on, and we will work on this into the next lecture with another git branch. Okay, so thanks for watching this, I hope you like this, and we will meet into the next lecture in the for to solve this second issue or the feature. And till then, tata, goodbye, take care, and stay safe.